Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I'll start playing it now.
Yes, yes. Hari Om. So, yeah. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me that opportunity.
You're playing it yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm playing it myself, sir.
Oh, fantastic. You got talent.
And that is Saraswati Namostute. It's by G.N. Balasubramanian in Ragam Saraswati.
I see.
Which planet do you have in your third house?
Third house is Saturn and Saturn. And Vrishchikam as a Scorpio ascendant, Saturn.
Lord of third in third.
Third and third, yeah. And my fifth lord in 10th. Jupiter is the fifth lord, it's in 10th.
Oh, fifth lord in?
10th.
Pardon me?
Fifth lord is in 10th.
Ascendant.
No. 10th house.
Oh, 10th house. Okay.
Where is the Mercury?
Fifth lord in 10th
No,
is for entertainment. Music,
Yeah.
art, and everything. Beautiful. Yeah.
Where is your
And
Mercury?
my father also in the fifth. No, it's not Mercury, it's Jupiter.
No, it is Mercury.
Where is your Mercury?
Mercury is in the sixth.
Okay.
That was fantastic, Rohit.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Then this is another one by Periyaswamy Thuran. It's one of the most famous Tamil kritis. It's Kaliyuga Varadan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we should have some.
In Ragam.
We should have
Ragam
some.
Vrindavan Sadhana.
Okay, awareness. We'll have some sessions on this. Maybe you can teach all of us something that
For
you
sure.
know.
Yeah, for
Heavenly music, let's say. It's really soothing, we're in the right mood now. Okay. But the topic I had is quite opposite to this. It's about disturbed souls. We're not very sure. Anyway, we started on a good note, pun intended. Okay.
Guruji, you're inaudible.
Yes, kindly hold on. Anybody can share an astrology software, say Sri Jyoti or Jagannatha Hora?
I can do Sri Jyoti, Guruji.
Okay.
I can say Jayavara, sir.
Jehora is who is speaking?
Ashwath here, sir.
Ashwath. Okay. Ashwath, send me a hello on my WhatsApp.
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Kishorji, I have sent you some details. And Ashwath Manjunath also have sent. Okay.
Yes, sir, received.
One you received, right? Okay. Just hold on. This one you call as number 1. Okay. And the next one is number 2.
Sure, sir, received both. I'm plotting
Got
the
it.
chart.
Just keep everything ready. And if possible, place in a separate chart, or even if it is not available, we will deal with it later about the Upagrahas. Okay. We'll keep the Upagrahas also.
The first one was a male chart, Guruji.
Both are male. Okay. We might be interested in knowing where Duma is amongst the Upagrahas. If you have the ascendant here, and let's say if the sun is here and Saturn is here. Is there something you can say about this condition? Let's not even say it's about a person, just a general discussion from the point of view of the principles of astrology. It was actually taken from a person's horoscope anyway. Okay, but we'll not get into the other aspects. Just by these 2 facts, if this is the given situation, what did you say?
Saturn's 10th aspect on the ascendant, so will be bad for the ascendant.
No, you will have to convert it into some tangible outputs in form of statements, not describe what is there already.
Father and son relation might be disturbed.
Yeah, something like that. You can always make an attempt. Father and son relationship. Okay. But see,
Saturn being the 6th lord is afflicting the Lagna and Lagna lord.
Yeah, even might be disturbed
see,
with mother as well. Fights
now
with
all
mother.
of you are doing okay. Now you made some statements, right? Those are relevant. But if you simply say fourth lord is in the sixth house or seventh lord in the fourth house, you have not made a statement out of it. So I have given the positions of two grahas, very deliberately trying to draw your attention to something. And you will have to give a lot of importance to, because the ascendant is now available. When you fix the ascendant, you know what it means. It means that you're talking about a human life, human being. It's about somebody. Suppose I remove this ascendant, then it can be very general, right? Sun in the sky is going to be there for 1 month, and Saturn in the same place for 2.5 years. So what you will say is, right, you can say people born around this time may have father problem because Sun is the father and so on. All that is fine. But suppose I add one more parameter like this, ascendant. You got the key. It's like the PIN number for a credit card. Okay.
Sir, but
just make some random
here,
statements. Some random statements.
Sun is here strong, sir. Because the birth is in mid noon time, sir. So the ascendant is somewhat strong, even though Saturn aspect is direct aspect is there. The Lagna Lord is strong.
Okay. Sir, the candidate can be working at a very high position, either in some multinational companies or even in government. And there is a possibility that Saturn being in the fourth, there is a possibility he is staying away from his mother, either outside his, somewhere away from his native place.
Okay.
Saturn has an impact on the person a lot, because Saturn has an aspect on the Lagna Lord, and Sun that depicts eye. So Saturn has a big impact on this person.
That's very interesting.
And so will be Sun, because Sun has the Lord of the in the Kendra. There are 3 houses, at least 2. I mean, Ascent is 1, and Sun is the 10th, which is the Lord of the Lagna. So in Kendra, Sun has 2 places.
So just an important note, as per our last discussion that happened on 19, what are the degrees of Sun and Saturn? Like how much degree is the aspect happening? So that we can conclude the intensity of results, and is it valid at all?
Also,
Lagna 23 degrees.
Lord is
the Sun at 19 degrees, and this one is at 12 degrees.
Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah, and whenever Saturn is opposite the Sun, without even being mentioned, you can guess Saturn is definitely retrograde. Okay, so we can say R, retrograde. Retrograde grahas have a lot of leaning at the subconscious level to past life, something of the past life. Okay, very strong. Something of the past life is being remembered, or something about the past life is so strong with Saturn. Every retrograde graha is like that. That's why Rahu and Ketu are so powerful, because they are forever retrograde. It's usually something that we carry forward so strongly, developed over years of what the Buddha calls as Chetana. So I've written here retrograde and 12 degrees. Okay, I see. This is not. See, meanwhile, Kishorji and I think Manjunath is helping me with the other 2 horoscopes. So please maintain that number 1 and 2, the serial number. Okay. Yes. The last student who said something about, I forgot. All of you, whoever spoke, you please document what you've said in the chat. Okay, please don't miss it out. If it's very difficult, fine. But wherever you are on a laptop or a system that enables you to quickly type in the chat, please do so. Okay. What is the speciality of a Saturn-Sun opposition?
Enforcement of discipline, like by the law of nature, Sun is always against Saturn because
the opposites. Okay.
Yeah, and very much by nature they're not in sync with each other.
Can you in this chart, because it's actually taken from a person's horoscope, can you say who is affected? Is Saturn affected or the Sun affected?
Saturn affected, sir. Sun is king. He always wins.
Yeah, and then also I just want to ask another question. So, like, is Saturn now combust because they're very closely, like 7 degrees closely conjunct?
No, Sun is opposite. It's not conjunct anybody.
No, but combust, I meant, like, because he's aspecting, does aspects also matter for combustion?
No. Combustion is only when they're staying together.
Together, okay. Sorry. Thanks for that.
This is aspect, yeah. Okay. Now, how many of you feel Saturn is bothered? How many of you feel Sun is bothered? Please, I request all of you to participate in this. It's very important for your growth in astrology.
I thought Sun is bothered. No,
but what would be the logic?
Sun is Lagna Lord as well, and Saturn is affecting Sun in on 7 axis, and Saturn is affecting Lagna Lord also. So that way, Sun is afflicted by Saturn from both point of view.
I mean, Sun is the self; it's the ascendant Lord. So, if that is powerful, so it doesn't. I mean, things can affect the self. So anything, Saturn being the Lord of the sixth, is aspecting the Sun. So you are affected, right?
Sun is the king of solar
for the UR, the IR in Indian astrology books, the common word used is the native. Okay, so that's because we struggle telling the I part, right? We say this person or all that. So the Indians who published all these articles, they came up with one simple word called native. Okay, so the native will feel, the natives, something like that. Instead of saying this person, sometimes you can say this person also. Okay, either I or this person, whose horoscope, to whom this horoscope belongs to. Okay, so we say native. So when you say from the native's point of view, who is affected and how do you know what is affected?
So, Dhilip sir,
some of you have already answered. Some of you have already answered it, but you didn't, rephrase the statement and make it pakka. Yes, please continue.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a hypothetical answer. Just please correct me if I'm wrong here. For the Leo Lagna, the Badaka planet is a Mars, and Saturn is placed in the Mars house.
No, Girish, we do not use the concept of Badaka in our class.
Okay.
Yeah. Mars is the best planet for this ascendant, Yoga Karaka. Mars is the best, number one. Yeah.
So, the sun is the soul. So the soul is affected. That's what I can put it.
Sai. Okay.
So I think Saturn is affected because Sun has Digbala. As well, the sun is in the visible horizon. If that makes a difference, than Saturn.
in this entire universe, who is the most important person? Can any one of you answer?
Sun, sir.
No. Forget anything else. I'm talking about us, about human beings.
Mother.
Okay.
Self.
Who is the most important?
Mother.
For that person, self, like himself, is the most important.
Myself.
Person himself is the most important.
Yeah. I am the most important thing in this world. So whenever you say, I am bothered or my enemy is bothered, which is important? Saturn is my enemy. I'm not bothered about if Saturn is afflicted. I'm bothered because I am afflicted. You understand? I am bothered by Saturn. Saturn is already, he is the one who bothers everybody. Or even if you use other logic, for me, what matters most is the sun, because I am sun. That is my ascendant Lord. So whenever a question like this is asked, always answer it by looking at who are on your side and who are against you. If any graha is for you, in favor of you, they only get afflicted in any problem. Something of that gets into trouble. The other thing also gets into trouble, but of more concern is only that the Lagna got afflicted. Okay. The Lagna and Lagna Lord. Because the Lagna Lord, see, the planets are the active agents. The houses are not. The Rashis are not. Just in, like if you want to compare with a property, a house owner and his house, who is the living thing? The real active is only the person, the owner, right? So sun is the owner. So sun becomes the most important thing. So you have to say sun is only afflicted.
Sir, one question, sir. In one of the class or somewhere in the I think PTN session, you said whenever I understand this is with respect to this ascendant, but whenever the Saturn and Sun aspect each other, Sun always wins, no, sir?
Sun, see, this is it's not about who is winning. This is about who is being bothered, who is being basically when you say winning, it's like the result is out. The game is over, right? But when is the game over? The game is never over. Even Graha Yuddha, so much of time is spent on who is winning the war and all that. When is the winning happening? It's not real. Okay. Normally in astrology, this affliction, who is bothering whom, that has to be understood first. In a way, you are right. If two people are fighting with each other, both will be bothered, right? Just imagine a real life scenario.
Yes, sir.
I'm boxing with one person. He is hitting me. I'm also hitting him. But my point is, who is on my side? Oh my God, let's say I'm the heroine, and my hero is being beaten up by somebody. For me, that is only the reference point. I want somebody to beat up my villain, the villain.
Sir, can I say Atma Karaka is a better indicator of self? Who I should be?
We cannot still yet conclude because the highest degree planet is not known.
No, there is also something called the Naisargika, the permanent. The sun is always the Atma Karaka.
Yeah,
but what you are talking about, what is called Chara Karakas. So Chara means it changes according to person to person it changes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it may not be the Atma Karaka from that point of view, but this is called natural Atma Karaka. The sun is the natural Atma Karaka. Like how we say moon is always the Matru Karaka, the mother Karaka.
Matra Karaka, or
Like
Jupiter being
that, we have
Putra
some
Karaka.
permanent, Jupiter always is a Putra Karaka. But in the Chara scheme, it will change. Again, it's all about making it, individual for the person. Your tailor making it for a customization. Customization happens with ascendant. Okay. And Jaimini Sutras and such, systems, they're not so much dependent on the ascendant itself, like how we have in Parashari astrology.
So this was my point when I said Saturn now impacts in 3 different ways. In the stacking method, it impacts the Lagna Lord, and the natural Karaka for I of the native.
Yeah, you're on the right track. I know, Ganesh, you're on the right track. You're given the answer. We'll come back to this horoscope again, okay? Now, Jagannath Hora, who is going to share?
Ashwath here, sir. I'm going to share.
Yes, Ashwath. Please, what is the first one?
Number one.
Younger one. We have an elder one younger one, right? So I think
Correct,
number
sir.
1, number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 1, number 2.
Is
Where should
elder
start?
one. Number 2 is younger.
Younger. Okay. Number 1, you.
Can I share number 1, sir?
Yeah, can share. Deepak Kumar, when he said both are bothered, yes, both are bothered only. There's no doubt about that. Let me also have a check whether you're on the right track.
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can all see it. Beautiful. You've done it well. I think by now you had enough time to check the birth details, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the ascendant you got?
I got Gemini ascendant. It's in 0 degree 50 minutes.
Even 1 minute before would change the ascendant.
What is the GMT you got?
8,
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
East of GMT.
Kulika. Yeah, I think you're on the right track, right? You got it.
Yes, sir. Kulika is here.
Okay. In the Baba chart, Venus, the Lord of the 5th, is in the 8th, right? Okay.
Yes, sir, you're right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you say where Duma is? Just a little down, I think it will come.
Yes, sir.
Duma is at 3 degrees Sagittarius. Scorpio.
Taurus, sir.
Oh, no. Taurus, huh? Okay. 3
Yes,
degrees Taurus.
Kritika Nakshatra.
Okay. Can you reveal the Navamsha?
Namsha, I'm getting Libra ascendant.
Correct. And you have Saturn in the 7th.
In Navamsha, sir?
Yeah.
I'm getting in 8.
7.
Saturn
the 7th.
You're right, sir. 7th, yes, 7th.
Saturn the 7th.
Yeah, debilitated. Yeah.
Can you reveal the aspect table?
Sure, sir.
So Sun Saturn is 98, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Saturn Sun is 93.
Yes, sir.
So then can you flip over to the other one, number 2?
Sure, sir. I'll close this. This is number 2, younger one. Younger one. Navamsha.
No, the screen has not changed. Can you stop sharing and then come back again?
Okay, sir.
Correct. Now you can come back.
Yeah, no, I got why I'm seeing like that. Because I had shared only that window.
Okay.
Now it should be okay, sir.
Yeah. This one is the younger.
Younger, 98 born.
Okay. So what is common between these two people? Anybody can notice? At least one combination or two or three. Anything common you notice?
Saturn retrograde.
Saturn retrograde. Okay.
Sun affliction. Sun affliction.
Sun is afflicted here. Eclipse.
Can you show Navamsha Lagna and Saptamsa?
Yes, sir.
In Navamsha, Sun and Saturn are aspecting each other, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In Saptamsa, you are having Saturn on 1-7 axis, right? 1 Saturn, 7th house, Venus and Mercury. Okay.
Yes, sir. Saturn and Mercury in 1-7 axis. Yeah.
What are the possibilities for these two people having their own children?
This one is like, yesterday we were discussing Saturn and Mercury, Saturn,
Fifth
Venus
Lord
in
in eighth
1-7
for
axis.
So number one is slightly better, sir, as far as children.
Yes, and then
Number one is
also
better.
fifth lord in the
Slightly
eighth
better.
and fifth lord is debilitated as well.
Both have strong Putra dosha, fifth Lord in eighth. And fifth Lord in eighth is debilitated here. That other one also had fifth Lord in eighth, Venus.
And
Okay.
also that the
Saturn is
Saptamsa,
also debilitated.
because that we have a issue of debilitation in the Rasi Bhavachalit chart for the fifth, we went to Saptamsa. Saptamsa also has concerns because the Lagna Lord of Saptamsa and the Lagna itself is having concerns like Mars and Saturn, and Mars aspecting Mercury and Saturn aspecting the Saptamsa Lagna Lord.
Okay.
Like, there's a question on his ability to reproduce.
Yeah, the fifth being the Bijasthana.
Same gender marriage.
Why do you say same gender?
Because I see in the Saptamsha especially,
okay,
Saturn, Mercury, Venus, all are in 1-7 axis. All are like female and eunuch planets. And when it comes to the Lagna, the fifth lord is debilitated. From the moon, if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth lord is again debilitated. And again from fifth from Jupiter. So Jupiter is in Rahu Ketu axis again. Sorry, I should have looked into this Bhava chart also.
So Guruji, like one pattern which I'm seeing, especially for a same sexual orientation, is fourth house getting afflicted, Lagna, Lord, and ascendant getting affected, and Mars, especially for males, if Mars is in debilitation or they're getting affected. So mostly, like, the patterns are aligning, and also like it depends upon moon position also. So usually I'm seeing those people are having, same sexual orientation, especially males.
All the three, the first one I showed, the second, which you have now prepared, case study 1 and case study 2, they're all gays. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't seen number 1. Can anyone just show number 1 chart for a few minutes?
I'm opening number 1 now.
In number 1, do we have enough evidence? If you call this number 1, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. One evidence is Saturn and Mercury.
Which is, Saturn and Mercury.
Axis.
1-7 axis, Saturn, Mercury. Okay, got one evidence.
First hint, yes.
Okay. And on that same axis, you have a Sun-Saturn fight, right?
Yes, sir.
I think it is something to do with the Atma and the body confusion, right? So, not sure what. Maybe if people are experts in this, they want to answer about what I'm trying to figure out. Is that the Saturn-Sun opposition is also possibly giving a clue.
Is it something to do with psychology or something to do with the actual mind of a person? So
yes, because they're yet to find out. They're yet to find out whether it is genetic or what exactly this is. But this is a in between number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is the elderly person, right?
Yes, sir.
The older person.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 is
98 born younger.
Okay.
So does moon involvement needs to be a mandate here? Anything to conclude?
Maybe many dual sign placements.
Oh yeah, dual sign placements.
See what you showed for number 2. Why is it so intense? You go back to number 2. I'll tell you something. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In this, because it is appearing in the Saptamsa, this is out and out completely, you can't even, think of the female, something to that level.
Homosexuality, sir? Is that what you're saying? Homosexuality? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Because I think our students found out, somehow they found out, I think it started with Ganesh giving some hints, and then Ashwath, and all of them, they managed to find out without me giving any clue whatsoever. And so in this case, what you're having in front of you, this number 2 chart, it's very intense. Now, the problem with these people is that they sometimes swing back and forth. Okay. So please do not ignore the study, because there is an issue going on in this world, but it is remaining like a secret. Maybe we should even dwell upon Arudha Lagna and see what it says, because this is a big problem, because there are cases where the parents do not know anything about it, and the parents are trying to get them married, and they're coming to me and saying, what should I do now? I feel like committing suicide. I don't know what to say. It's a huge problem. I know it. It's something that you can say it's something as serious maybe as any other problem that big problems of life we have. And I remember one person saying, what exactly am I from my horoscope? Can you at least tell me, because I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. Why did God create me like this? Why did I become like this? And so on. It's a It's something that the person has to live with. But we got the clues about Saturn, Venus, and Saturn, Mercury as the biggest contributors, followed by Venus, Saturn, Mercury combinations on one axis, because it may be something to do with, again, some fault committed in the sexual area in the past lives. We do not know what it could have been. Okay. In this chart, number 2, can you find out where Dhuma is?
Yes, sir.
Ashwath? Yes.
Sir,
why Dhuma, sir? What is Dhuma, sir?
Upagrahas.
Why are we checking Dhuma?
See, sometimes in the Upagrahas, here and there, Maharshi has given. Can one of you go through the text for the effects of non-luminous planets, the Upagrahas, starting from Dhumadi, from Dhuma onwards? And you see, if Dhuma is in the second house, the person will be an in-between, something like that, the Maharshi has said. So, is this number 2 position?
Yes, sir. Capricorn.
Yeah, I'm referring to Brihat Parashara Horashastra, page number 341. If Dhuma is situated in the second house, the person will be a eunuch. See, now, if you start just using Dhuma alone, we'll be misled, right? So, in the meantime, one of you can go through all the Upagrahas and just underline only the eunuch-related sloka, and we'll experiment and we'll see, because here Dhuma has tallied with the ascendant. It's in the second, right?
Yes, sir. Second, Capricorn, Shravana Nakshatra.
Yeah, yeah.
Gulika in the 5th house also, Guruji.
Gulika is in Scorpio.
No, what I'm saying, some of you who are having this book with you, you can go through the entire text, or if you have any what do you call, soft copy, you search for, because I think most of the people are using only the word eunuch. So just search for eunuchs, the word eunuch in this chapters, Paridhi,
Yes,
all
Guruji.
of this.
I did that. Yeah, I did the
Hmm.
search and it came only in 2 places. One was the Dhuma in 2nd and the other was Gulika in the 5th.
Gulika
Where
and the
the word
fifth.
eunuch, yeah, where the word eunuch was
Okay,
used.
so one of you can type it out in the chat, so that everybody can be, can see it later if they have not attended the session today. So Gulika in 5, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So we can keep an eye on, maybe we can check Gulika also for the first chart and this. But why am I going back to the second chart is, the second chart is a complete, a typical, there's no doubt. Because sometimes what they do is they go a little this way and that way. Some of them get married and even manage to produce a child, but after that they're both okay. So even this can happen.
Sir, I have a question. As you said, it's due to the past karma, due to the last life, or the abuse of this kind of relation in last life. So how can we conclude that in the current chart? Is it like 8th and 7th relation or something like that?
There must be, we'll have to find it indirectly, because even the rishis did not give proper direct statements on these things. Okay, so we'll have to derive it. One is, you can find whether they'll be able to produce a child. Okay. So like that, we'll have to indirectly only get the answers.
Okay.
Most of them are normal in so many ways. I know some of them are extremely good at their career and There's no problem at all for them. It's only in this particular area they have an issue. Okay.
But it is very difficult to find out, no, sir, until and unless they give hint or.
Yeah. So in some cases, what I have seen is that when it shows up in Navamsa and Saptamsa, and then shows up in the Bhava chart, some hints we get, then it is visible to the people also. Maybe it is so evident that everybody can see. Whereas in some cases, you can't, unless the person themselves admit. So what is my conclusion on this is, if you find more and more of these combinations, then I think it gets stronger, like the regular stack up we do. Okay. If it is less, they'll be going back and forth. The orientation can change. Okay, this is just
Like
starting.
bisection, you mean?
Yeah. So this is just the starting of our research on this. I kept quiet about it for a long time, but of late, I've been affected by the way, in the consultation, it's so sad that they're heavily confused and they don't know what's happening. And one part of them is even telling them that this is not right, and so much. I think it's a lifelong torture or something like that. In some cases, there's no repentance or nothing. They just make it's like just ordinary, no issues at all. So we need to find out what is the differentiate, what is that which causes these differences. If they're not, challenged in the mind, they're not affected. They know.
Guruji, can you also correlate with the dasha and antardasha, because that also would play a part in the way the mind is changing, and sometimes some people have a swing and then they come back to normalcy. Could that be also attributed to dasha and gochar?
Yeah, definitely. No, I see. Sometimes it can be permanent, but some people in the medical world are saying the seeds for this might be sown at birth itself. Some of them are arguing like that. So maybe the first dasha even if you click the dasha, like Saturn, inside that you got to search when the person was born. The actual birth took place when. Saturn, Venus, the birth took place. So maybe that can give us a clue. So in all of this, some problem with the Venus factor is there. Something is happening with the Venus.
I think when the doctors say that it could be seen at the time of birth, I think
they have not confirmed. No, they have not confirmed. They are not saying it is genetic. They're all confused. It's a debate. People say there's no gene for this. It is just that it could be environment or something. But then how do you, in most cases, you see the person looks different, right? The person looks different.
Not always, and it depends on the place.
Not always also. Correct. Yes.
So the person doesn't look different, only the person will start dressing himself differently.
Correct. We have different situations.
Yeah, and this is
but how can we, sir? But we can't ignore the role of mind, moon here, sir, because I would say, like, in general, these persons are vulnerable to such. If they get that opportunity or situation around them, they become more of that.
I do believe what Ashwath says is also important, Guruji, because moon is the one that is influencing the mind of the native. So there has to be a link with the moon, with the corruption of the moon, dignity of the moon. Maybe it is connected with dasha also, Guruji.
But now that we are seeing the proofs in the horoscope, I think it's more of karmic now that we get to understand, right, Guruji?
Yes. The moment, without even giving people are able to derive it from the horoscope, then it means that it is karmic in nature. We can sense it because Jaimini Sutras did, connect to this, or some slokas are there discussing about the eunuchs, and now we saw Dhuma in the second house, one proof we got. So if we start stacking up, we might find out, but not many people have done research on this. Though this is something that is going all over the world. Okay. And I think this is something to do only with human beings. Am I right?
Yeah, and if I can, I mean, I'm sure there's, I mean, I've been for many years in California as well. I know even now there's a lot of people there. It depends on where you are, whether it's even seen as a problem or not a problem. In India, maybe it's like, well, they don't know what to do. But you know, in other places, they know exactly what to do. And eunuch is different from being gay. So all of that, just, you know, if it says eunuch, that doesn't mean it's gay. So
yeah, that's what we have an issue there, right? It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. So I think none of this is proof in some way. I think we are just thinking that it's proof, but it's not. There's got to be something more than this.
No, because there isn't enough material available, we are trying to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, but from two charts, it's kind of difficult, is all I'm saying.
But during this discussion, I didn't give a single clue, right?
Yeah. So
Saw a Google chart that was there displayed about gays and all those things. That was one of the clues.
Which one?
We saw a Google sheet instead of the music.
Actually, yesterday, and the reason why it came to my mind was yesterday, sir was teaching us about this section. I had made a note of it yesterday. Sir taught us about.
Oh, that was there. Was it? Okay.
That gave me
what session we had yesterday?
It is about marriage matchmaking. Yes, sir.
Oh, marriage matching. Okay.
Also
from that you picked up.
Yes, sir. And also in the past, we had discussed about in one of our patent session or clubhouse. I remember, sir, this combination.
Oh, clubhouse also. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, few of your repeated words, right? It is fixed in mind, so it will not. So that will come to mind. And there is one more point, like what I think Krishna, somebody told it. The slight differentiation between the eunuch and the gay.
No, the problem is when they wrote these texts, for the Sanskrit word, the English translators pick up a word equivalent to that. But we do not know what was the original meaning of, whatever the rishis intended with that word, we do not know what it is. You see, the problem is when languages exist side by side, this is for this word, this is the word. But at the time when English doesn't exist, but Sanskrit alone existed, how will you know what is that they conveyed? They're trying to say something, and for which the translators write it as eunuch. They should have written it as, same-sex orientation. Okay.
So, Guruji, is Saturn-Mercury affliction to 1/7 axis sufficient, or we need more?
No. Proof. Something else. Because in case wherever I saw that they themselves were confused about it, I always notice the Sun-Saturn opposition either in Rashi chart or Navamsha chart or Saptamsa chart, where they are saying, I do not know what I am.
Okay. So Sun-Saturn or Saturn-Mercury, one of the two.
Yes. So in Sun-Saturn, the confusion is very high. When in the Sun-Saturn opposition, they are not at all, they're not, they're saying, we do not know what it is. So they're confused with that. So that was the point. Whereas with this Venus, Saturn, Mercury, Saturn on 1/7 axis of Saptamsa or Navamsha or the basic chart, that I think there's no confusion. They're very clear. And if you tell them, they'll say, what is your problem? There's no problem at all. We don't have
So
any
in this
issues.
case, number 2 does not have a confusion, but number 1 has more confusion.
Number
2 has more confusion here. That's
number
what,
2,
sir
no,
was
the
saying.
number 2 is so pakka that there is no confusion at all. Even number 1, there is no confusion. The one that I showed first, Saturn-Sun opposition, in that the person is saying, can astrology help me find the answer? Now, what do we tell them? We cannot say anything concrete because we don't have enough evidence to say anything. Okay.
Sorry, again, I think you mentioned, is it only aspect or conjunction also?
No, always aspect. Not conjunction.
And that too, it is only 7th house aspect, right, sir? Not the 3rd aspect or the 10th aspect.
No. The direct. No. You use the word mutual aspect. Okay.
So Guruji, you're saying it has to be Sun Saturn aspect anywhere, or it has to be Sun has to be like the Lord?
Occurrences are very high with sun having some connection to this, because we got some clues in Bhrigu. Remember in Bhrigu about sun in the 7th?
7th, yes, sir.
Right? We started getting some clues there. You know one thing about the 7th house placement, in mutual aspect, will get activated, the 7th house aspects, 7th house placements type. So why did he say that something to do with the 7th house? In the first chart that I showed, Saturn is also the 7th lord. Okay, so these are, this is typical of people, not this one, not 1 and 2. I'm talking about, Manjunath, you can stop sharing.
Yeah,
in the example. The example, what I showed, here is a question where heavy confusion. So I hope you understand what I mean by confusion. Right? You don't know what to do.
And that too, Saturn 7th lord is in 5th house, sir.
Saturn where?
In the first example you showed. Saturn is the 7th lord is in 5th house.
Saturn is in the 4th.
No, it was 4th.
The 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 4th.
Okay.
Spouse out of control.
Now,
Spouse
no, wait a minute. Spouse out of control. What does that mean? Okay, now stop sharing the screen, Manjunath. I will start sharing my screen.
Ashwath, sir, yes.
Ashwath, yeah, sorry. What is 7th lord in the 4th? Maybe somebody reads the Sanskrit portion, will be very nice. Okay, if you don't want that English translation portion. Wife not in control, right? Or is it the same? I do not know whether when they do the translation, it will not carry the same flavor as it is in Sanskrit.
So may I see the translation?
Translation, do you have this book, Brihad Parashara Varshastra, Volume 1?
Yeah, I see.
Lots of houses in different houses.
Yes, and the same translation which you refer. In case 7th lord is situated in 4th house, the wife of the native will not remain under his control. He will himself be truthful, intelligent, and religious, and will suffer from dental diseases.
Dental diseases is one of the outputs, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. I put it in the chat box when we started.
Oh, I see. So this person unknowingly attempted a marriage. You see how much of problem these things create. And then he realizes certain things. Okay. And then the marriage breaks up. But to the public, it is just an ordinary divorce. They do not know all this background. Nobody is going to know. Even the judicial system is not going to know. The person lost all his teeth in an accident. The dental problem has been revealed. In vehicle accident, what is the combination in this horoscope? I'm just having 2 planets and 1 ascendant.
4th itself is about vehicles.
And what is Saturn?
Saturn is
6th lord and 4th aspecting.
6th lord in 4th.
Aspecting Lagna.
What is 6th house?
Debts.
Accidents.
No. Accidents.
Accidents.
Yeah, accidents.
Accidents requiring surgery and all that, right? Sixth house is weapons. So is a weapon hurting you, you get hurt by a vehicle.
Somebody has to go on mute.
I don't know where are the buttons. 1 second, let me figure out. Who was that? Okay, I didn't even notice. Okay.
I think it's muted now.
Muted. Okay. Why is it so strong? Is because Saturn is in Saturn Nakshatra, Pushya. 12 degrees is
Sir, this
Pushya.
combination.
No, sir,
This
Pushya.
combination will work in any way, sir. This combination must work, or it should. I mean, it's only that some other factors also helping this combination, sir. This Sun Saturn aspect.
Pushya is Jupiter, right?
Sorry, this is Anuradha. No, Pushya is also Saturn. Saturn Nakshatra. The deity is Guru. Yeah, Brihaspati. But the Nakshatra Lord is for Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttarabhadra. It's the 17th Nakshatra. Saturn is in Anuradha. So Saturn is in Saturn star. So whenever it goes back to the same star, it gets a lot of power. Okay. So Saturn in this context
sorry to interrupt.
It is the eunuch planet trying to afflict the Lagna factors. Okay.
How about teeth? How did you say like it's like he might lose teeth in the accident?
Just now somebody read out the text, right? Seventh lord in the fourth.
And also Saturn represents teeth.
That is an
He
additional
will
point.
suffer from dental diseases, sir. Here states he will suffer from dental
So
diseases.
sixth lord is directly responsible for dental diseases, accidents connected with the fourth vehicles.
It is in the accident he lost all the teeth.
Yeah.
Sir, one more thing. Generally, seventh lord and fourth could mean a simple root canal or, dental procedures. But if it is, like example, sixth lord is also in fourth, or eighth lord and fourth, or something like that.
Yeah, it keeps adding up. It keeps adding up. Yeah. Then it adds up because it is ascendant lord also is in trouble now because of Saturn. So slowly things pile up. Okay. And because ascendant is your appearance, right? And all that. So Saturn is the Marakadhipati and so on.
But sir, this person must be very rich because everywhere I'm seeing the word rich coming up.
No, when he came to me, he was in great trouble, but I gave him a lot of remedies. And then later, one by one, he started chanting the mantras and this and that, everything. And the remedies was done properly. And slowly he figured a way out. He's now stable. As far as finance goes, he's okay. Financial, he's actually, I told him, you'll climb to the highest possible in your career. Okay. All that is going as per my prediction. Only this part is that now Saturn is the seventh lord. Okay, it's the seventh lord.
And was he able to get kids as well, sir? Because that Jupiter is the fifth. Is Jupiter well placed?
Jupiter, where is Jupiter?
No, I'm asking if he made it through that as well, if Jupiter is well placed.
For children?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have children. Okay.
Okay.
So Guruji here, since he met with an accident and lost his all his tooth and replacement, all the stuff, is there any particular dasha it will happen, or which dasha it should be careful for this person? Which dasha he had an accident and lost his all the thing?
Can you guess in which planet period? Forget Dasha or Antadasha. Which planet could have been the number one planet in terms of preference? Which planet could have done it? If you want, I can introduce Saturn, right? Yeah. So it happened on Saturn connection only. Okay. The date of accident was 17th, which is a Saturn's number. On the date of accident, the moon was going over Saturn sign. Shravana Nakshatra. The day is Saturday. And so on. Okay. So, yeah. No. It is only for ordinary people, it's coincidence. For astrologers, it is not coincidence. It's all based upon rules and everything. Okay. Ideas of karma theory and everything.
Sir, hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
I have one doubt, sir, with respect to the Sun-Saturn mutual aspect. Will it work always, sir? Or it work in combination with some combinations?
With other things only. Okay, just that you are curious now. I will turn to the next page. Are you able to see the next page?
Yes, sir.
Blank chart, right?
Yes, sir.
But now you'll have to consider this as D9. Okay. This is the D9 chart.
And also from D9, it's inferred that did this separation happen in Saturn-Venus period? Because Saturn and Venus are two antinodal planets. And
one of the main clues for this problem is in once a D9 or D7 or D1, there'll always be a Venus-Saturn on the ascendant axis, or a Venus-Mercury-Saturn. That's why I revealed this to you.
This is also the same problem, sir. You're inferring.
Yeah. Same problem.
Same chart. Yeah, continued.
Continuity, no? This is of this chart. This
like
is the
D1, D9 of the
D1,
same individual, of same native.
Yeah.
Sir, was there any planet in the 7th house in the D1?
Yes, there is. What about guessing what planet that might be?
Is it Mercury?
It'll be
Mercury.
Okay, type out the answer. Which one is?
It cannot be Mercury. Sun is way over there. Cannot be Mercury.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Sun, Mercury cannot be that far. Okay, so eliminated.
Two
Mercury is gone.
Even Venus cannot be there, sir.
Yeah.
Venus
so
cannot be there. Okay, two more gone.
Jupiter, Guruji.
Two gone.
Jupiter.
I mean,
Jupiter.
so whatever
Ketu.
you type in the chat, you type out.
I think it's Ketu.
It's Ketu.
Oh, if it's Ketu, then the Lagna might have Rahu, and it's an eclipse. It might be an eclipse with Rahu and Sun.
No, the question is who
Also
is in the
maybe
7th?
Moon. Moon can also be there. 12th Lord has 12th Lord in the 7th. It will also show loss of marriage like that.
It's difficult to guess, let's admit it.
Just guessing Ketu detaching from everything that belongs to 7th house, including the partnership with the opposite sex.
But Jupiter also. Jupiter, 6th Lord in the 7th. 8th Lord in the 7th.
No, there's no detachment and all that. This person is obsessed with this thought.
So Guruji, just for this problem though, problem
Jupiter is in the 7th. Yeah.
But Jupiter in the 7th, normally if we say only look at Jupiter in the 7th, it's a very good combination. But here it
very
is
happy,
not.
right? Why?
Yes, sir.
Why is it not? Why is it not?
So what is the degree of
Because
Jupiter,
he's
sir?
8th Lord.
Maybe 8th Lord, sir.
8th Lord.
Eighth
Because
Lord.
he is 8th Lord.
Guruji,
But
more
also
that
this
is not the context. That is not the
Fifth
context.
Lord and
Eighth
seventh.
Lordship is not. Fifth Lord
Fifth
in
Lord and
seventh
seventh.
is the context. Fifth Lord in seventh.
how it is more relevant fifth lord in the seventh, not eighth lord in the seventh, sir?
Let's see if anybody can point out to that. Let's see if
Guruji, fifth
anybody
Lord
can
and
point
seventh
out.
is a combination for one of the combination for love marriage.
Is it just love marriage or
Or not
okay,
a good.
in this context? In this
not a good
context.
Jupiter in Sagittarius is very powerful. So we take Sagittarius as the fifth house, being the fifth house, we take that into context. Because Jupiter owns and is also Multrikona, Guruji, for
Sir, you are
Sagittarius.
told in our class in one of the session, fifth lord in seventh is one of the problem for child area, child problem. Also.
Exactly. Yes. It is also one because it was taught to me by Sheshadrinath Shastrigal, where I said I can't understand the basis for this rule, but he said no, you just believe it and use it wherever required. The fifth in the seventh.
Sir,
Is
can you
that-
explain on this
also
point once?
says-
Because one conflict
Sir?
I have for this here is fifth in the seventh is a trine lord in angle, so it accommodates Rahu. So how
that's
can
why.
it contradict?
No, that's what I asked him. He said, yes, that is a separate thing. The person will have those things, but presence of fifth in the seventh and seventh in the fifth is also an issue. In this
Issue
context
pertaining
of to the sexual area.
Oh, okay. So for the
Only the sexual
procreation.
area, yeah, procreation and sexuality, orientation and other things. This fifth in the seventh, seventh in the fifth is an issue.
So
And
is
that
it
too,
that
Jupiter
are there any
is near to center, sir.
Near to center, okay.
sir, one other question I have is like, is it that they'll be denied having kids, or is it that they can have? I mean, after remedies,
If you
they
find
can,
so many other combinations, there is a possibility of denial.
denial itself.
But
Okay,
you
so the
need
fifth
other combinations supporting it.
Okay. And out of curiosity, sir, did you ever get any situations which standard text says denial? Like
No,
any
it
clients?
doesn't. No. The standard text does not say that. But
Okay.
over the
Actually,
years, I found.
Huh? Sorry, sir. Actually, it says positively, sir. BPHS says fifth
Yeah,
and seventh
it
is
will be
put to the
positive.
Bhagya.
Yeah. So, but then we'll have to read it. See, because all these combinations, you have to add one more angle to it. For example, in this case, Jupiter as Lord of fifth in the seventh is in Saturn's house. That has to be considered.
Not in dignity.
You understand? Yeah, not in dignity, and is somewhat, in problem because he's in a. I mean, that's where Jupiter gets debilitated, right? In Capricorn, which is a Saturn sign. So he is not very happy in Saturn sign, even though you say he's come out of debilitation. But still it is at Saturn sign. So, see, when you read any text, okay, you can stick to the basic thing like fifth lord in the seventh is good, or seventh lord in the fifth is a Raja Yoga. But only in this context, you can take one more clue. That's all. But even then, it needs to be in a bad spot.
Okay.
Got it?
So is it like a denial? In this case, can we conclude that it is a denial?
See, I'm thinking that this person won't get married. This person may not even get married because the Lord of the 12th, okay, the Lord of the 12th, which speaks about the sharing
Blood
of marriage, the sharing of marriage is in the 9th house and not in a Kendra. And it is with Rahu.
Oh, wow.
Sir, and the degree between moon and sun is too close or not that close, sir?
Moon and
sun degree, a gap.
Moon and sun.
Whether it is
because it is 13 degrees.
It
It's
is
not
definitely more than 19. It is definitely more than 19 degrees.
It is a Dwadasi Tithi. It is not anywhere close.
So
but
Guruji,
Rahu and the moon, they both are in Rahu Nakshatra. Rahu and the moon. Wait, somebody, Krishna was trying to say something,
Sir,
right?
there is no Rahu
There is no
Nakshatra
Rahu
in Aries,
Nakshatra.
sir.
Ketu Nakshatra.
Ketu
That's what
Nakshatra.
I mean. Yeah, I just swapped it. So where do you think is the Upapada Lagna?
So Guruji, can I ask?
Yes, Krishna.
For why is the 12th house or 12th house not considered at all? Because that is the bed pleasures. That indicates pleasures also.
Yeah, so here the bed, the 12th, it's not actually just bed. Because it's more than bed. It is about sharing, and it is something about a commitment to sharing all your resources. So it has a heavy connection to what we call as marriage. That's why Upapada Lagna is derived from the 12th house of sharing. So when the sharing is not in Kendra, you remember once in a Patreon session, we did a lot of people who never got married, horoscopes. We studied, and most of them had 12th Lord not in Kendra. Of course, 12th Lord is in affliction on the Rahu Ketu axis. Can you guess where Upapada Lagna is? You can't do it, right? You need Mercury's position.
Capricorn in Upapada Lagna in Capricorn. And Jupiter
we have
in
to go
UL
10
next to
places
UL.
from that. We have to go 10 places from that.
Libra.
Ketu is
I'll
in the
give you 1
Upapada
minute
Lagna.
time. You tell me where is Upapada Lagna.
Makara
Libra.
It is in Libra, sir.
Libra.
Yeah. Ketu is there. And Saturn is after that.
Okay, please
No
type it
go.
out. Okay, please type out. This is UL. You see the what they call Nimitam. So,
Sir, why isn't it Makara, sir? It is 10 and 10, right?
Oh, it can be on 612 axis.
yeah, it can't be on 612 axis. If it is on 612 axis, you have to count 10 again. The rule of exception. See, just based upon this, can you say something about whether this person's, how's this person's marriage anyway? Forget everything else, all other topics.
The separation will be there, sir. Even the marriage will be short.
So the marriage has happened, but there's nothing out of it. Not even going anywhere near the spouse.
Divorce within a few weeks.
No, not even weeks. I mean, first of all, there's no physical at all. So there's never a marriage. It is just the ceremonial marriage. That's all. Only the ceremony of marriage took place, and it ended very quickly. Do you know that I've done a video on which planet afflicts the Upapada the most? Have you all seen
Ketu?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now the problem is that, as Krishna said, maybe we should also start looking at the 12th Lord of the bed is something to do with this wrong, like Rahu Ketu afflictions, Upapada Lagna, where it gets afflicted, and so on. Okay, so we can start adding some points like this.
Jupiter aspect is there on Upapada Lagna, sir. But if Ketu is there, it's a big problem.
No, what you missed out to ask, Upapada Lagna is having UL.
Second
UL
from Upapada.
Second from Upapada Lagna is having Saturn.
And even we are not sure of the aspect, the control on the aspect or the degree of efficiency, because Jupiter and Ketu, how far they're placed.
No, it is a very good aspect on the UL point, degree point, because Jupiter is 23.6 degrees and the ascendant is 23 degrees. The aspect is 100%, near to 100% on UL.
No, I think he's talking about Ketu.
Yeah.
About Ketu, so
yeah, 3 degrees. No,
then that doesn't help. It's far off. And also to add, we can even infer one more thing, sir. Here, like Moon and Rahu is also an indication of mental disorders, and it's almost like 10 degrees is still not bad.
And Ketu is in the second house, right? Ketu is in the second house, right? It's also a problem for family life.
No, Ketu is in the third house from ascendant.
With 3 degrees, it will go back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Baba chart,
Baba-
second house.
Okay.
That's why the face was the most injured in the accident. Because Ketu sits
Yeah,
in
and
the
then
second.
it also infers one more thing, sir, because if Rahu, Ketu is in the second, that means in the Baba chart, Rahu is in the eighth. And Rahu eighth is also an indication of direct sexual related things. So that means in the eighth, yeah, secrets and secret things and all that. So affliction on the eighth.
Okay.
And I also read in some standard texts that Ketu in the eighth also gives some wrongful thoughts in that side.
Okay. Now I'll introduce Mars and include Venus on the opposite side.
Yeah, Mars is on Ketu Nakshatra, Guruji.
Mars is not on Ketu. It is at 29 degrees. Venus is at 22. Anybody wants to comment on Mars-Venus mutual aspect?
I remember you saying that B.V. Raman had told that whenever there is a Mars-Venus connection, you need to keep a watch on children. I mean,
yeah,
habits.
Yes. So this person started all his habits when he was very young. Okay. He attempted all kinds of things.
Sir, any aspect of Mars on Venus, sir, like even the fourth and eighth aspect?
No, mutual aspect.
Even the conjunction would have been the same result, sir. Or mutual aspect is more, no, sir.
No, conjunction, mutual aspect is more in, at least.
I'm asking in the context of what B.V. Raman.
No, it is equal. It is equal. Conjunction or aspects. Because Mahatma Gandhi had it together, right, in Lagna.
Sir, is he a businessman, sir? Just to know whether this combination or not.
No, not a business. Okay.
Because Venus is in the center in the 11th house as third lord, so I asked.
Okay, see, we just got started, okay?
Relations with sister? Sorry. Does he have a sister and does he share good relations?
I am unable to say about it.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Sir, but you said that when accident happened, yeah.
Sorry, I just joined in a bit late. So this chart is also similar to the first two charts you were discussing, that this person also is into same sex, is it, or relationship?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same.
So can I just contribute my 2 cents? One thing I've noticed in all the 3 charts, the combination is they have the 7th lord in the 9th. So usually 7th lord and 9th usually tends to have a secret relationship even if they're married to someone else. So
in the current chart, the 7th lord is in the 4th.
No, I'm taking Ragu as the co-lord.
Oh, co-lord. Okay.
Co-lord Ragu is stronger compared to Saturn because when you judge, there are a couple of rules for judging who's stronger when they are the co-lord, and in this case, Ragu is more stronger. So, and in the other 2 charts as well, the 7th lord goes to the 9th. So they have
maybe we'll
secret.
start. Yeah.
Maybe we should test if this works in other charts as well.
Charts, yes. Normally in case studies, research, what we do, we at least have one backing from some ancient textbook, and then add our own contributions. So we must have something at the bottom line, like some. So like in this case, we got this one, this D9. Saturn, Venus, like that. And I saw the conflict between Saturn and Sun, the eye and the seventh house, the orientation issues, a fight. Saturn, Sun, mutual enemies, and one is Lagna Lord, other one is the seventh, and so on. Okay, anyway, we just started. We will get back with maybe at a later stage, we'll get back with more case studies. Okay.
Sir, one more question, sir. The Ketu being in the second, you said that during accident his face was the more affected.
Correct.
His face.
What dasha it happened?
Mouth area.
Saturn Antardasha.
So Guruji,
Sir, what are the remedies you proposed him? Like, just curious.
What?
What were the remedies that you gave to him?
I don't remember at this time. You know, it comes during the flow of the consultation. So one by one we studied. You know, it was a very long session. So I cannot remember anything. Anyway, it's time now. We will catch up again. So wish you all the best. If you have any research material for this, keep sending me the information. Then we can have a very organized with all the charts kept ready, and we can do it once again. Okay. With more charts.
Sure, Guruji. I will send one case study, very, very, very important one. So kindly, okay. I will send in WhatsApp. We can discuss later.
Yeah. Okay. All the best.
Sure.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you so much for everyone for the compliments, for giving me a chance to play Veena. Thank you once again.
Yeah. I mean, you can always do it every time in the beginning, 5 minutes. Sometimes you can start the session earlier, and it was really, impressive and very enchanting.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye. Have everyone a good day.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.